patience, you know. I mean, it's the you've got to take the rough with the smooth, as my dad used to say. You know, there's no half measures really in this game. You've got to be in it for the long haul. Yep, that's a good signal. That's it. Contact. First find of the day. See what we've got. It's amazing actually what you can find. I haven't found anything particularly special in this area as yet, but you know, I've found things before, like I found an artificial hip. I believe it was manufactured in the 70s, not long ago, and like false teeth, that sort of thing. You know, just got to be careful when you dig. You don't want to break it, whatever it is. So dig around it. I found an unexploded bomb once on a beach, a 200-pounder German bomb. Police came, had to shut the whole beach off for a day. It was brilliant. Nothing real. Right, so that's oh right. So that's just a bit of junk, you know. This time, but next time, I mean, who knows? It's all right, isn't it? Obviously got the wind turbines there. I imagine one day a bit of one of them will break off and I'll probably find it on the beach, if I'm lucky. Could be worth something actually, I suppose. And the blades are made of carbon composite. Might not pick that up actually on the metal detector.
So it's a solitary pursuit, this?
Yeah. I mean, I quite enjoy the fact that it's a one-man, you know, endeavour. You know, some of these other guys think it's sort of a team sport. You know, go out in little gangs, but I've always been a bit more of a lone wolf.
So you don't consider yourself as part of the wider beach detectorist community?
I wouldn't say so, no. No, I mean, you know, I got here first. These guys have just turned up. Amateurs, really. I mean, all credit to them. I don't want to, you know, I don't mean them any disrespect. And I mean, that's the good thing about detectoring, you know, the next thing you find, it could be just a piece of junk like we had earlier, or it could be the thing you've been, you know, searching for your whole life, really, you know, the find of the century. Or it could be another bomb. You never know. I was digging footings in the back garden with my dad for a greenhouse with my dad, and we found a coin, a little coin which turned out to be a Roman coin, and so we took that to the FLO, the finds liaison officer at the local museum, and they were very interested, and apparently it was a rare coin. They made it part of the collection, and there was a picture of me and my dad in the paper actually for you know, that week, and you know, everybody knew who I was at school. It was, you know, it was quite good. It's quite good being you know, having found something special and, you know, old, and I like that. ever since my dad died, my mum has been quite sick quite a lot of the time. So I do spend quite a bit of time looking after her when I'm at home. She says I should probably get out more and socialise, but I've never been much of a people person, to be honest. I'm happy here, really, on the beach with the seagulls. Yeah, it's definitely a very strong reading on the detector. It's quite big. Come and have a look. Come and have a look at this. Come and have a look at this.
What is it, Tom? Tom, what is it, mate?
David.
Sorry. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thursday, it's 8:10, and it's the Big Detective Show. My email wasn't working before, so I was just trying to send the email, which is now sent, which was important because it was to do with a guest on the show. But hey, we'll get back to that soon. How are you, Adrian?
Good, thanks. Yes, back from the Isles of Wight. Back to work this week. And yeah, all fun and games, but I'm all right. You good, Dave?
I'm just watching your lip sync, that your voice is coming through before your lips.
Really?
Yeah, to me.
Like,
I don't know if anybody else. Eh?
Hello, 1 2 3 1 2 3. Oh well.
Oh, it's caught up now. Show everyone your T-shirt, Adrian. That's delightful. Where did you get that from, Adrian?
Dave, Metal Detecting Wear UK.uk.
Detecting Wear.
Detecting Wear UK.com.
Something like that. Just Google Detecting Wear UK.
Yeah.
And
Detecting. I bought it. 12 quid, I think, 14 quid, something like that. Not a lot of money. Really good quality, thick, and it's green.
Oh, fantastic quality.
Yeah, and
it's like, so because it's green and black, is that automatically classed as camo?
No. But it could be like a North Face or something. I reckon it looks like adventure-y. So the young kids will all want one. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, down with the kids. Absolutely. Yeah. Because obviously the Just Detector, the Detectable, the Metal Detectives merchandise is now being served through Steve at that Detecting Way UK. So get along and have a look at that, and you'll also find the big detecting show and the archaeology and metal detecting trappery there too. So marvelous.
Yeah. And he does club stuff as well, I think, doesn't he?
Right, I apologise. I'm trialling something tonight. As you can see, I keep pixelating. One of our guests a couple of weeks ago, Shane Holdcroft, very nice young man who I'm going metal detecting with on Saturday, Adrian. He was using this X-split VCam thing there. There you go.
She's making you a bit invisible.
And it's so I've not got a green screen. This is just a screen, but it's obviously being a bit of a bell end, so I have to suss that out, I think.
Oh dear. Hello to everyone in the chat, and also Darren Booth, who had his appendix out. Poor old guy.
Lord, Darren.
Yeah, and he's obviously very bored and frustrated because in the next, I don't know how long you've got to be in bed or resting, Darren, but very, very soon, the Detecting Father Christmas is coming down and opening up all the fields for us, isn't he, Dave?
Certainly, yes. I've seen them. I've seen them all mowing and
Mowing
it all up, mowing it all and messing. Listen, I watched Jeremy Clarkson the other week, so I should actually know what I'm on about. But they were mowing it and making it all go iffy wiffy as well.
Yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. There's still a bit of land for me and my mate to detect on, but we're waiting for the big fields, definitely. So I'm looking forward to that, like everyone else.
Now, sadly, tonight's guest wasn't able to make it, so we've come up with something ourselves, put a bit together ourselves. And one of the things we're going to be talking about is the air detector that I think one or two people in the chat room and yourself as well, Adrian, have played. Let's go back a little bit. Back in 2018, 2019, Detectable, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, they a company from a group of guys from Ukraine who've been selling metal detectors for about 10 years, who also set up a metal detecting club.
Campa?
Sorry?
Campa, is it called?
I think it is something Campa. And they've got like over 2,000 members now, and they thought, hang on a minute, our mobile phones are clever. Why don't we develop an app on our mobile phone that connects to an injection molded metal detector? So imagine the dais with a wireless coil and very small, lightweight. So you've basically got a stick with a Wi-Fi coil. And you just
can we stop for this for one moment? We've got a guest coming on now briefly. He hasn't got much time to join us, so we'll come back obviously to this in a bit. But this is obviously there's another event coming up in the next weekend. So we've got Graham Dempsey. Luke's just put in a private chat. Graham Dempsey's here to join us for a few minutes just to give a bit of information about what's going on with him at the. A Detectorcon. Good evening, Graham.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Adrian.
Well, he's got one as well. I'm the only person missing out on a cool new green T-shirt.
Oh, so that's that way. Metal detectives.
Oh,
look at them all. Tell you what, he's bloody good quality, isn't he?
Hey, it's excellent quality. I just got the wrong size. I'm hoping the wife is a 2XL. I need an XL.
Right,
so,
is the wife there, Graham?
Yeah, she's here, Tasha.
Tasha, come and say hello, because I know he keeps going on about you, but I've no idea who you are. And I've got an accent similar to him, so you'll be able to understand me.
She said no, mate. She hasn't put the makeup on. Got no makeup on. She's inappropriately dressed. I'm sorry, mate, but
she's inappropriately dressed. Turn the camera just a little bit.
There's someone else to come say hello. It's Uncle Dave. Dave and Adrian.
Hello, little dog. That was obviously to you, Adrian.
Yes, sorry.
Jesse.
So next weekend, Graham, we're both up to Detectorcon in Northumberland. Scotty B's North of Tyne metal detecting group's first big public rally, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We're looking at talking to Scotty. Says about 500 people going.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a bit of a difference to the detectable that we went to. there wasn't so many, but this is going to be like the big one to start with, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I think it was very touch and go. Everything going on, I think we need to build up to the bigger events. And Scotty's, he's the next step up to what's actually going to be going on in the future. Because obviously, then thereafter we've got off the top of my head, we've obviously got Rodney Cook, we've got the main detectable, and we've got detecting for veterans rallies as well going on. Obviously, there's others, but they're obviously the ones that I can think of because I'm tired. But you've yourself, you're in some way sponsoring the event as well. Is that right?
Yeah, well, we're doing. We're giving to we're donating to the raffle because it's for a good cause, of course, and we've also put ourselves on as a bit of a contributor. And sponsor to Detectorcon. We've done some with Adrian because Adrian's contributed as well to the design of a new banner. So when people arrive there, they're actually going to see a big banner with your big detecting show logo and mine on there, as well as contributors to the Detectorcon. So
fantastic, absolutely brilliant. And obviously we've got a new product out. We've got the coin holder with the LED magnifier. How's that going?
It's going all right. I mean, we're still making them. They're still in production. We've got a lot of stock for Detectorcon. Hopefully, we got a lot of stock for the Rodney Cook and the Detectable as well now. So we decided we're going to do Detectable as well. If they're all going, we might as well be there. I've got one here.
To be fair, how can you not be at Detectable? We're going to be there, and we have lots of fun.
I know, mate. That's what I've got to be there for. It's for yourselves,
It's like you got a little halo there. You look like some saint or something.
It should be, shouldn't I?
Or it's shining off the top of your head, one of the two.
Yeah, enough. Right. Yeah, it's going well. I mean, it's sales are steady, and I mean, we build up a big stock because it's a 3D print and it takes a bit of time to make. But I mean, absolutely amazing. You see, that's holding it did hold a cartwheel penny. So nothing goes right on TV, does it?
It's actually you weren't on TV then. I'm a bit gutted we can't have a replay.
Oh, there you go. It's got a cartwheel penny in there, so it'll fit up to a cartwheel penny down to a small Roman.
Brilliant. So. And Adrian, you've had a play as well, haven't you?
Yeah, unfortunately it cracked and it's broken, so I can't use it anymore.
I've
got it.
How did you break it, mate?
I've got it here. Yeah, but I haven't broken it. I haven't broken it. I've only cleaned one coin so far.
Yeah.
But I've got some lined up this weekend. I'm going to do some.
But did that one coin in particular, Adrian, did it help?
Yeah, massively. Because we all clean our coin. Oh, look, going funny. I hate getting green fingers. I don't mind gardening green fingers, but I hate it when you're cleaning and you get all your fingers dirty and messy. And it's ideal if you've got hammered and you gently want to clean it with some tin foil and stuff. It's just nice, and it's all there, isn't it? Your coin and your magnifying glass and the LED and everything. And I like the little rim around the bottom, Graham. The little bit
you're gonna have to put a cloth in there and clean your fines in as well. So good for cleaning brooches and whatever, buckles. At least you can see what you're doing. If there's any detail there, you'll see it under the magnifying glass.
Right.
Graham, I nearly came out with one of our fanars then, Adrian, but I left it just in case.
Yeah. Oh dear. Graham, I've got a few questions. A couple of people have asked me. Will you be taking card payment at Detectorcon and Detectable?
Yes, we will.
And
we have a machine.
Can people buy it from you over email or phone or through the website and collect it at Detectorcon or Detectable? Saving you posting it?
That's no problem, and we'll just reimburse them back for the postage because it's automatic on the website. We'll leave a note. We'll reimburse them back for the postage, and they can collect at the rallies. Right,
brilliant. Okay, excellent. All right, thanks. I'm looking forward to seeing you, Grant. Again.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to. We had a great time at Detectable. Far too warm, like it's going to be this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it greatly. Obviously, I'm meeting you there next week. We'll be table next to each other, supporting each other again. So I might. I'm going to have to disappear and definitely do some videoing because it's something we ballsed up a bit because of, I think, a lot of things transpired to stop us videoing, and we made a bit mistake not doing it, I think. I've got a question for you, my friend.
Go on, mate.
Let me just find it. No, it's gone.
It's gone.
Oh dear, Dave.
I know what it was. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
I thought he was going to ask me about detecting. What's your favourite snack detecting? I've got a cracker for that one.
I've already asked you, Harb. Listen, we've got Scotty B here as well. Now, you've not got much time, Graham. Are you able to stay on a bit longer, or do you need to be off?
I can stay for another 5, mate. That's okay.
Right, you are. So if you want to bring Scotty B in, he's in there as well. Oh, look at him. What are you doing?
You what?
What are you doing?
Are
you sat on a little toadstool there?
I'm sitting out the front. I'm going to go inside now. Where to be quieter.
Well, have you got one of the kids' vests on?
No, funny.
I did like the video, the image that somebody put on you yesterday of your head sticking out the little car that brought the ball on at the European final.
Yeah. That was crazy, that wasn't it?
It's class, man.
So, Scott, a week left till your big event. Looking forward to it greatly. Have you got any last-minute news on that?
Yes, basically, it is only advertised online that we've only have 900 acres available, but that is crept up to 1,300 acres.
Fantastic.
Wow.
And also, there's a field which will be getting ploughed on Wednesday coming, which hasn't been ploughed in about 70 years.
Marvellous.
And that's just getting specially ploughed for yourself.
What, for me, Adrian and Graham?
No, for the lot of the attendees at Detectorcon.
Oh, I thought you meant for me then, mate. Scott, I actually inboxed you about 2 weeks ago and you still haven't responded to that anyway.
I've been so busy, it's unbelievable. I take my hat off to all big organisers. This is my first big rally, and honestly, people don't realise how much work goes into it until you do it yourself. It's unbelievable.
I think I'm going to have to walk around with you on my shoulders like Master and Blaster out of Mad Max, aren't we?
No, I just disguised myself as a kid so nobody knows who I am.
Disguise yourself as a kid or a cake? Because if you're a cake, I'm going to eat you.
A kid, not a cake.
I don't know what's worse, Dave. Having a young boy with his legs between your head or having a cake.
Adrian, I just think you just didn't go right at all. It was actually
no, it didn't. Did it? Rewind it. Definitely. The weather's looking good though, Scott, isn't it?
Oh yes, it started the heat wave now, where we live, and obviously where the land is for Detectorcon. I've been in touch with the landowners and farmer, and it started there. And they say by Detectorcon weekend, you're looking at temperatures up to 28 degrees.
The only problem that you're going to have there, though, potentially, Scotty, is the dryness of the soil. It's going to be possibly quite hard in places.
It's not really, because the land we will be doing, it's sort of, how can I explain it? It's like a floodplain. So when they've got like water courses going down it and stuff, so it's always moisture, if that makes sense.
I'm with you.
Moist. Mm.
It should be all right, like.
Yeah, but we've had a lot of rain, though, haven't we, the last few weeks?
It's only literally just stopped raining yesterday, where Detectorcon is. Stopped raining yesterday. It's the first day today they've had the sun, so...
And obviously, Scotty, southern softies like Adrian think it's always raining up north anyway, don't they?
Well, it is.
Not always. Not always.
That wasn't it isn't, Dave.
Do you know? Do you know what I'm going to miss with Adrian not coming to Detectorcon? The fact he's not going to have a proper pint instead of one of them shandies they have down there.
That's why I'm not coming. I like Nuki Brown. I do like Nuki Brown, but yeah.
It's Newcastle Brown, not Newcastle Brown.
Oh, Newcastle Brown. Yeah. I'll have
it. Graham, have you got anything else to add, obviously, before you depart us? Any more information you want to give out about the event or regarding the composite cleaning pencil?
Actually, Dave, no, you covered it all, mate. I just come here for the banter with Scotty, really, because, I've seen the video of the car driving. Well done, mates. You did well there. You didn't mess that up. And, Wi-Fi, you got all your internet, so there's a good connection there to be able to use my card machine. So, yeah, I can't wait to bump into you again.
There was also that picture this week of Scotty stood next to the Nocta Macro, the MIDI Horde, wasn't there?
Yeah, you did look tall in that, mate. It must be in the boots.
Can I just point out, Scotty, I wouldn't have actually commented on them images if it wasn't for somebody on this screen at the moment who was sending me the actual picture and the images saying, Dave, look at this, go and comment on it.
Yeah.
Wasn't me, mate.
Scotty, Tony Kaywood wants to know. Something? Tony Kaywood wants to say, are you auditioning for Love Island?
Love Island, I just absolutely hate that program. Why would somebody
but are you auditioning with your vest on?
No, it's just nice up there, being busy, man.
Scotty wants to say something anyway. Go on, mate.
I would just like to say a big thank you to, obviously, the Big Metal Detecting Show and obviously James Dempsey's Cleaning Pencils for the donation of a new banner. It hasn't been shown yet because it's a surprise for people when they come to, obviously, to Detectorcon to see it. And obviously for Adrian as well for sorting it out for her.
No
appreciate
problem.
it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yes, thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Graham, very, very much indeed. Well, is there anything you'd like to add, Mr. B?
Not really, just looking forward to Detectorcon and hopefully everything goes smoothing as planned.
Now, Scotty, I did message you. What I wanted to ask you was on the 29th, 2 weeks tonight, would you be able to come on the show to obviously give a rundown of things from Detectorcon?
Yes, I could say yes, but it's not 100% because
right, no worries.
I'll still be on site getting things down and cleaned up and checking holes.
One of the reasons I'm saying that is because obviously the event, those of you who are going who have the Just Detect app, there will be a hashtag Detectorcon feature, so you can tag your finds in, and if anybody wants to, who's got the app, just see what's going on the weekend, what people are finding. All you have to do is just search for hashtag Detectorcon to see all the finds that's on the Just Detect app. So, and obviously, it would be nice if you could come on the show. Maybe not that week, maybe the week after, and we can go through the finds, looking at them on screen on the Just Detect app, and see what's been found.
That's great. Sounds good.
Marvellous. Well, we'll let you two gentlemen go. Obviously, I'll see you both next week. But on behalf of the show and the viewers, good luck at Detectorcon. We wish you all the best, and we hope it's a fantastic weekend for all involved.
Oh, can I just say something, Dave?
Yes.
Before we send the email out to all attendees, but whoever's listening, at first we were saying no dogs are allowed, but we have compromised with the landowner. You're all out to bring a dog, but it must stay in the main arena and on the campsite, and it must be on a lead at all times. And you have to pick up the poo with it as well. Yes, and there's obviously dustbins there, which they can go inside the dustbin. Not hide in the hedgerow or nothing. Got to go in the dustbin. Marvellous. And also, you can start checking in from 12 noon on the Friday as well. Well, I won't be there till early Saturday morning, so because I've got to work, sadly, but I will be there very, very early. Didn't realise how long the trip was from these parts, Graham, but I'll be there straight up to Carlisle and then right across the country. So I'll be there about 7:30. Anything else you want to add, Scotty and Graham? No, that's all. And no, I'll see you when I get everybody. Marvellous. Well, thank you for both coming on. Pleasure to see you again, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Take care. See you there.
Thank you. See you
All right,
guys.
gents. That was
Oh,
Scotty
that was
B of
nice.
Graham Dempsey. Scotty B of next week's Detectorcon and North of Time Metal Detecting. You can find that on Facebook. And Graham Dempsey of the Composite Plate Cleaning Pencil. Notice my eyes then.
Cleaning
Down
pencil.
to the right. Just to read
That was nice, wasn't it,
In
having
fact,
them on?
Hold on. If I put it there, in fact, there you go. I'll put it on top of my webcam. So now I'll just go like that, and it'll be like, yeah, he's not looking at anything. There you go.
Oh, sorry, my
Adrian.
auto cue just got stuck.
Back to air detectors. Sorry, obviously,
yes.
Graham and Scotty were in the behind the scenes, so we wanted to speak to them.
Yeah, so like I said earlier, those who don't know, it's a company in the Ukraine or group of guys in Ukraine who they went on. What's the funding website where you?
Wasn't Patreon, was it?
No, it's the one where you say I've got this really good idea and people donate money, and when because they donate money, they can be the first to buy if it's successful or get discount. So they put it on Kickstarter.com, and they basically got, I think they got 75 grand. Well, it might have been 75 grand, I think, and that enabled them to get injection molding tooling made, and they've got this really swish looking detector, which I think was originally grey and Air Force blue or something, bluey green. Anyway, the benefits of it is it's basically a plastic shaft and a wireless waterproof coil, and all you do is you just put your mobile phone on, no wires, clip it on the top, and a bit like you do in your car, and you Bluetooth it directly to the coil, and you can metal detect using your mobile phone. It runs at one frequency, 7.5 hertz. I think the battery in the coil lasts about 9 hours, and it's got a multitude of programs. I've had a play with the app about a year ago, and I think I might be wrong with this, but Philip Wills, who's got one, but he's on holiday and he can't use it yet. I've got a feeling that you sort of have the standard app and you get, like, I don't know, jewelry mode and relic mode or whatever, and then if you pay more, you can get extra programs and extra features and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting, because whether you've got an iPhone or a Samsung S8, S10 or whatever, you can have metal detect. You can metal detect. So great for going abroad, traveling, perfect for holidays. But they have had a lot of problems along the way with the injection molding, the software, the coils. I think they had a glitch with the coils and had to send a load back. But it's good, but it's about $299, I think, so 250 quid. But if it's that good, why haven't Minelab and all those other people done it?
Yeah.
But saying that,
you don't know till you see it.
Exactly. When I first saw it, I wanted one, and I did go on Kickstarter, and at the time, I think it was something that I was definitely going to get, but then I don't know, need a new fence or something in the garden, so I didn't get it. But yeah, if we got the website or anything, the Kickstarter website, Dave, we can show, or
Luke, that's at your behest if you could find that at all.
Just for people who are interested. But I think it wouldn't be for those who are new beginners. It's perfect as long as it works out well. But if you want something just to put under the seat in your car, and we always have our mobile phone, I think it's going to be a good old
absolutely thing. Digger Dawn, good evening, Dawn. How do I get in the live chat? I think the live chat, because I'm on the other side, I don't see it, but I presume
she's in it.
You go, yes, we can see it, but she's in Facebook where everybody else is on YouTube. So if you go to Peaky Finders Rallies and Shop YouTube channel, that's where the show streams via. So obviously you can pop up via your own YouTube thing. I think does that sound about right?
Yeah. The air detectors VLF as well.
What does that mean? Very low frequency.
Well, it's not multi. Yes.
A little video.
It's a really good video. Yeah. Is it playing?
It's thinking about it.
You just want to buy it because of that guy. I've forgotten his name, but
Alexei Samkov.
that's it. Oh, I can't share a video, can I? Yes, I can.
Yes, you can. You can share a video or you can share your screen.
Because there is something I found today, which I think is their new website, but it's taking me off. It's taking me off.
Well, while you're just looking at that, Adrian, one of the things I've got several things to discuss tonight, and one of them I've got written down was Digger Dawn's Reaper coil, and she's had some big successes with it this week.
Massive, yeah,
massive,
humongous.
So, are you still looking, or can I bring these up on the screen?
No, bring it up.
Right, you are. Luke, if you could share my screen, darling. First up was this one. Oh, it's not a very good share, that actually, Mr. Regdon's. Basically, she's found I can't even remember what it is. Dawn, you're gonna have to remind me. It was a 12 by 14 Reaper coil anyway. And it was a coin, and it was found in an area where there was a hoard found, if I remember reading it correctly. Can't find it. But the other Dawn's big find was this beautiful gold ring. Absolutely stunning gold ring. And I think, again, that was down to the Reaper coil on the Garrett 80 Max, I think. Don't quote me because I'm rubbish at remembering things. But again, here's another image of it. Oh, come on. There you go. Another image with the hallmark on it. So she's having some fantastic luck with the Reaper coil. Today she was down with Chris Langston of Metal Detecting Holidays in Shropshire. So well done, Dawn. Some fantastic finds there, and it's showing the Reaper coil in a great light, Adrian.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget coils. Well, not people as skillful as us, not watching the show, but people who first buy their Garrett Ace 250, good machine, and it's not until a year or two after, when they've upgraded to something else, they then realise they could have put a better coil on it, like Dawn's doing. I'm not saying better, but a different type of coil, and you got a new machine. So the SP. What's the simplex? The SP, the two new coils from Nocta Macro for the simplex. I've had one of those, the elliptical and the round, and I did a review for treasure hunting, and they were great, especially in trashy areas.
Yeah. Philip Wills, I know that you've got you went onto the Kickstarter, I think. Have you actually received your air detector yet? And if so, what is your? I presume you haven't tried it out in the field, but
he's on holiday, Dave. It's at home. It's at home, but he's on holiday at the moment.
Got you.
So that must be really frustrating. Do you want me to show that video?
Yeah. If you've got it, yeah.
Because people watching.
Go big screen, and I can stand up because I've got cramp.
Share screen.
Hey, you know me tooth. See me tooth. Remember me tooth coming out?
Yes.
Obviously, my dentist is under the company I work for, Health Centre. So I go to the dentist in work. So you don't lose any time and what have you. So I went in on Monday because I've not been able to go for so long because I was clinically extremely vulnerable off work, not able to go to the dentist. Finally went on Monday to have it refitted. And they fitted it. Adrian, I've just showed you. I bit into a wrap on Tuesday and out came the tooth.
Do you know what? When I lose teeth or they come out, it's not on toffees or anything like that. It's like mash or crisp or something like a bit of fruitcake. It's never like a pork scratching or anything. Anyway, I'll quickly show you the air detector. It's their little Kickstarter video, and people can sort of have a look at what they think.
Zoe Craig Dignan, yes, you've missed Scotty B. Came on earlier on.
Right, I'll put that back on.
Fun, but available devices are cumbersome, impossible to upgrade, and often hard to use. We created Air Metal Detector that turns your smartphone into a compact, smart, and upgradable professional level detecting machine. Simply launch the application on your phone and you're ready to go. Air Metal Detector is packed with smart algorithms designed to maximize your chances of finding treasures.
The control block is the most expensive part of a metal detector, so we decided to use smartphone instead and created Air Metal Detector.
Affordable, compact, waterproof device with all the functions of a professional detector at half the price. Spend great time with your loved ones.
I've got to say, Adrian, these finds look planted to me.
Lightweight device.
So do the locations and the families. Right. So that was a quick. Wrapping on. I love the bit at the beginning when there's a family in a lovely house with a perfect garden. What should we do? Oh, let's go and dig it up with all of us. And the wife's like, I thought, yeah, no, not
like Peppa Pig, dig up the road.
Yeah. But I think it was going to be an RAF blue colour, but they've gone for that like funny minty colour, which is a bit
minty.
Yeah, minty. So, but you know, Philip Wills, you can put camo wrap round it or something. But Philip Wills was saying about putting his phone in a waterproof case, like you take swimming on holiday. That's the point. If you had a phone that's waterproof, like a new iPhone or a Samsung S10 Plus, you wouldn't have to worry, would you?
You see, my problem is, Adrian, what's the battery drainage going to be? Because cake. I'm going to look at pictures of cake when I'm playing. Well, if I've got my phone on and it's like, all right, it's got a lot of apps on it, say for instance, or a lot of things going on. What's the life of using it? What's it going to drain the battery and whatnot?
Without going into too much technical detail, the wireless module is a BALEHM10, which is a very low drain Bluetooth transmitter, which is used. Do you know Arduinos, little Raspberry Pis, Arduinos? They're like little circuit boards kids do at school.
I know Pis.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it will drain that much. I reckon no more than if you're using sat-nav on your phone. I think if you've got an old phone with an old battery, probably 3 or 4 years old, but I reckon it'll be interesting how long it will.
I'd like to see somebody who's got a spare phone actually give it some welly and see how long it'll go for without any charge or what have you. The other thing is there's a hell of a lot of people use their phone to film. A lot of YouTubers, I know a lot have moved on to GoPros and such like, but there's a lot of people use their phones to film while metal detecting, and is that going to affect them?
Yeah, probably. Well, I'm hoping to get one soon to test out. I probably wouldn't use my actual phone because obviously you're going to have to turn it off so it doesn't interfere. Oh, that's an interesting colour.
Dan Spencer, he said, evening all, I've got the machine now to try. He's put his phone in his pocket like lots do the Deus and the ORX, and also he's used it for 8 hours so far and still battery left on the Samsung. It is a nice colour. I like that.
Yeah, I think, that's nice.
I wonder what the balance is going to be on that, because it looks like a bloody Klingon bird of prey, doesn't it?
I reckon, well, they've spent a long time developing it.
Dan, what's the balance like? Who's that then? So I've just read somebody. Where is it? Where's it gone? Luke's just pulled one up and I've lost it now. It's something about contaminated sites with iron. It's no good on them.
Yeah, because it's 7.5 hertz only, single frequency. So, you're probably not going to be pulling those.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. 7.5 kilohertz. No good on iron contaminated sites.
No. But I genuinely think it's, for on the beach, on holiday, like for a quick detect. No doubt there'll be someone who's specialist on it, finding sort of a gold noble and things like that. But I wouldn't say it would be my option for looking for Hammards and small Romans. But, who knows?
Yeah. Dan says the balance is good. It's heavier than a Deus, but good construction.
Yeah, because it's 900 grams, I think.
Yeah.
But that's without the phone, and we all know how heavy our phones are now. Well, they're computers.
I think it might be an idea, Adrian. I'm in communication with the guy. I'm in communication obviously with Alexi, but also the guy who's the marketing manager. Potentially get them on the show, and they can, maybe not Alexi. His English isn't. He doesn't understand some of the English sometimes, but maybe the other chap, we can get him on the show and do an air detector show, and obviously get feedback from yourself, from Philip Wills, and Dan's obviously input as well.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea. It's going to be very exciting. It'll be interesting how it sells. I think they've only shipped 300 at the moment, so they're quite hard to get hold of. But I know they had issues with COVID, like everyone else. And I like that. That's a lot easier than the Deus. That's the charge for the coil.
Is it?
Yeah, for the coil. And just to give you an insight, those who are interested, compared against an AT Pro, it's got a double D coil like an AT Pro. The coil's 9.5 inches on the air detector, 8.5 by 11 on the AT Pro. The frequency 7.5 hertz, 15 hertz on the AT Pro. Coin depth, this is what they're saying, not me. 12 inches on the air detector and 11 inches on the AT Pro.
Well, as we all know, 12 inches generally means about 4 inches, doesn't it?
Well, what soil, what conditions? Yeah,
I wasn't talking about soil, Adrian.
It's got ground balance, obviously, which everything's got. Built-in battery, where the AT Pros for AA batteries. It's what else? Charging. That's quite unique. It any USB charger it can use to charge it. Sort of just USB.
Yeah.
And obviously your phone.
Did I hear you say it was 250 English pounds?
I think it's $299, so 250 quid. I think
in today's market. That's cheap.
It is, but at the same time, you could get a multi-frequency, a Vanquish.
What?
Vanquish. You could get a Vanquish for a little bit more. That's multi-frequency.
Right.
Not as compact, but yeah. Air Force Grey. Oh, so they are going with Air Force Grey. Oh, good. Yeah.
Nope. I thought that was somebody coming on the bloody.
Yeah, I did.
What was that? I thought who's Luke got now?
Yeah. But no, it'll be an interesting machine, and Dan's got one, and Philip's got one, and I hope to get one soon. But
I've got to say, I was going back to it repeatedly, the stall, when Alexi was at Detectable 2019, and top bloke as well, really nice bloke.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, talking of him, I don't know if you follow Camper, his group on Facebook or anything, but they've had some finds this past week. There was a Bronze Age haul with spears and swords and all sorts. And there was it might have been a Roman coin, don't quote me, Roman or medieval coins in a pot as well. It was fantastic. But the one that got me this week, they went dinghy in the subterranean levels of Chernobyl.
Oh, wow.
One of the people who was there, I'll send you in fact, I'll share it on the show. I was fascinating. One of the guys with them, I think there must be about 4, 5, 6 of them, videoing it all, and they're basically going through the lower levels of the like, I don't know if it's offices or something like that. It looked like an old ward of a hospital or something, and they're going around in a flooded dinghy, and there's a guy's actually going underwater there. But it looked like he's actually wearing bin bags and black gaffer tape and a big like bubble over his head with air being compressed into it. And I couldn't get my head around it. It was some new fandangled thing or something they made themselves. But he's actually submerging himself and looking around at the below levels. Fascinating video to see him doing that. And you think to yourself, is that water radioactive?
Well, it must be, yeah. It must be. Look, another one. Dan Spencer's he's got the Air Force Grey, not the baby blue. I bet I get the baby blue one. Well, it doesn't look too blue there. It looks more...
Mate, I'll send you a tin of black spray paint down. Just do it yourself.
Yeah. I think that's the very early software. I think. But you can go to the App Store and download. You did used to be able to demo, but yeah, it's like I say, it'd be interesting when everyone's had one and stuff.
Now, something else. There's been another big hoard reported this week. A Viking era piggy bank found on the Isle of Man, which looks absolutely fascinating. A total of 87 coins and 13 pieces of arm rings were discovered. And it looks, I've just Google Viking era piggy bank and you'll find it in the news. But there's I'm can't be bothered sharing, but in fact I'll share it, shall I? Like old times, I'll share it. Share the screen. There we go. Just for prosperity. Here we go. Where is it? There it is. Look at them. Look at the images on them. The faces.
Wow.
1,000-year-old pieces were found by a former police officer, Kath Giles, in a field in the north of the island. They were found in April and were not made public for the first time at the recent coroner's hearing. And they're on display at the Manx Museum in Douglas. There you go. So that was a bit of news from this week. I think one of the major news articles, this week. Also, I've been invited out metal detecting this weekend, Adrian.
Oh, who with?
Shane Holdcroft, the Savage Researcher from YouTube, invited me. I just so happened to be working overtime Saturday, Sunday. I want to finish on Saturday. Basically, one of his permissions about 2.5 minutes from where I work. So he's invited me to join him, and greatly looking forward to that. So the Simplex is on charge. I'm not going to go and reveal any details about the site, but there was a suit of armor found there in the 19th century by archaeologists on the site itself. Obviously, Shane keeps away from that area because it's scheduled, but fascinating nonetheless. Think about the potential there.
You're gonna be hot. It's gonna be warm, isn't it?
Yes, I am, and I'm going to be smelly anyway because I'm coming out of work, so I'll be in my work clothes.
I'll change
my t-shirt.
How many hours you got detecting, or how many hours?
I'm meeting him at 12, thereabouts. So
9 hours.
I'll finish work at 11, pop to McDonald's, eat loads of McDonald's cake and banana milkshake, and then go and meet Shane.
Oh, I just imagine it, all bits of burger and milkshake down here. But
I haven't got a problem with that.
Are you still staying with the Simplex, Dave, or are you thinking of upgrading soon?
Money's been an issue, Adrian. I'll be totally honest. When I was off work clinically extremely vulnerable, I was on sick pay, which was, I think, about 90%. In the last month of it, when I come back to work, I was paid well over half of my normal wage because they were claiming it's down to tax year and such like. So I'm still catching up from that at the moment. So I'm not thinking about anything metal detecting. Plus, let's be honest, in the current climate, you never know, there's going to be another lockdown where people may have to shield again and be off work. And if that's the case, I need to up the coffers a wee bit. So at the moment, I'm sticking with that.
What would you have if I could say, Dave, you'd get a Deus, would you?
The only reason, Adrian, is because I tried yours at Detectable and I had a long chat with Gary Cook about the Deus and the ORX, and Marcus and Nigel from Regdon's, they spoke to me for quite some time, as you know, and I was astounded by the weight, basically. It is to metal detectors what McGrafter is to spades, and everybody knows that, but I've not had the opportunity to use it before. I know it takes some getting used to, but I'd definitely like to try that anyway. So I don't know, it's a bit of money, but hey,
get it on finance. I think do it on finance. I think do it monthly.
Well, I'd say at the moment I'm nowhere near a new metal detector, but you know, if my physical abilities continue to diminish, then obviously if I am able to still metal detect in the future, I think that's what I'd have to go for.
Simon Hadlow's just come up with a good point. The ORX, that would be better for you.
Why is that?
Because it's not got so many options, should we say it. So it's still a good machine, but it's not got so many bits to change. But it's still a very good machine. So yeah, no.
And the weight is not dissimilar.
No, it's the same. I think, give or take a few like microns or whatever. But yeah, that's a good call. You can pick them up second hand fairly cheap. Like
really?
Yeah, not that they come up that often, but yeah.
Terry K would say simpler like me. We do also, last week we were discussing something, and because it became part of the conversation where we revealed last week that we're looking at doing a Metal Detecting Awards and Hall of Fame by the Archaeology of Metal Detecting magazine and the Big Detecting Show. So obviously the first thing, we had some ideas of what we wanted to do as part of this, as the categories of which we can look at putting polls out for people to vote on certain things. We've got, obviously, a few we've got lined up already, and people have obviously added a few more. We as we asked on the Big Detecting Show Facebook group. One was services to metal detecting. It may not be in these words. Obviously, I'm just putting down things that were in my head, and obviously it'll change to suit. Services to charities in metal detecting. YouTuber of the Year, International YouTuber of the Year, Metal Detecting Personality of the Year, Metal Detecting Related Business of the Year, Metal Detecting Product of the Year, Rally of the Year, and then we've also had added Metal Detecting Facebook Group of the Year, Incredible Find of the Year, or Historic Find of the Year, or Facebook Finds. Now, as I've said to Luke, I'd find it a bit difficult to actually reward anybody or award anybody for a finds, because basically there's so many groups out there, there's so many fantastic finds out there. It wouldn't be fair for us to say this metal detecting find is the best one of the year, because there's so many others that we don't see personally. So it'd be a difficult one to actually consider, to be fair. We will look at it, but what do you think?
I agree. It's like my club when we meet and we have the finds cabinet, and people have to go up and judge and award the best find of the month. It's never an easy thing. I just sort of go like that and get a matchbox car or something. But yeah, it's an awkward one because some people like medieval, some people like Roman, some people like coins. It's just unless you went to the Portable Antiquity Scheme website and picked it off there, or
we did have another idea potentially. What you've just said, Just Detect, all the finds over a period of time are looked at, and then obviously the ones on Just Detect, that obviously it's got to get a lot of people from a lot of different areas coming to that. Then potentially you could look at the best finds on there, but again, you're talking potentially tens of thousands of finds to troll through, so that'd be another difficult one entirely.
Or if Just Detect paid us £1,000, we could say we'd use their platform and the one that's most liked.
True.
Or 2,000, and we'd wear a badge with Just Detect on it as part of the awards.
John Rigby said he used to vote on what he would like to find himself.
Yeah, that's what I do, which is normally something weird.
But again, there's over, there's over 1,000 members and 1,000 finds. You'd obviously have to break that down into the country, or would it be international finds, etc., etc. So there's a lot of scope for failure and for unfairness, really, in my eyes, personally, at the moment. There was also two other ones that were suggested: Gas and Electric Hob Ring of the Year and Best Cake to Eat Whilst Metal Detecting Award.
Okay.
Personally, I think they're both great ideas. But we're going to dwindle these down. We want to look at about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. And we're looking at getting this put out and about ASAP. Now, the other thing that we want to do, Adrian, we don't want to choose them ourselves. So we don't want to go and say, and I'm just looking at people on the screen now on the right-hand side. We don't want to pick Sussex Searcher, TC Detect, History Unearthed, Gareth Howard and Paul Graham Bancroft. We don't want to choose them ourselves as the best YouTubers or the people who we would like to see as the YouTuber of the year, for instance. We need for people to come up with suggestions, and then them suggestions will be taken and dwindled down to, say, the top 10 of what people have suggested, and then a poll put out for people to vote on that top 10. So it's all transparent and public.
Are we having trophies?
Potentially, and we're also looking at announcing the winners of each section at Detectable on the main stage. We spoke about that already.
What time?
I don't know, maybe 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's all right. Because if it was like 9
people
o'clock,
haven't gone home and stuff, we don't want to be too late. People are going to get drunk and stuff, so we just want it. It's anyway. All that's up in the air at the moment. That's in a blue sky for me would be to be able to do it at Detectable on the main stage, and obviously people find out from there what. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people don't even know the Big Detecting Show and the Archaeology Metal Detecting magazine exist. So they can't vote or won't vote because they don't know about it to be able to do it. And on top of that, if we come on stage and start doing it and be like, what are you on about? Metal Detecting Awards? Well, it's just we want to. We'd like to. We'd like to give people a bit of recognition for what they do in the hobby, because a lot of it, people, there's a lot of bad press. So hey, let's do something. Let's do something good.
Do you know what? I'm surprised no one's done it. I mean, they probably have, but. Because clubs have it. My club has it. I've got.
What does it say on it? Biggest bell. Overall best find, Adrian Gaylor. What was that for? 2019.
That was 24 gold nobles.
Really?
No. It was that medieval bishop's ring I found, which I'm getting back now. Don't want it.
Fantastic. And we're also going to be including a Hall of Fame. Make this a regular thing and have a Hall of Fame on the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine website. So obviously people's names will, like when you go to a golf club and they've got the yearly awards, yearly winners of whatever trophy. We're going to have something like that. Just give a bit of something back to the people in the field and the people who deserve a recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely. I think it'll be
Anybody
nice.
else? Any thoughts on that? Anybody in the chat room?
Well,
Tom Trussell said, "Did you find that cup? Metal detecting."
I'd love to find a cup. Never found a cup.
History digging Hampshire. I presume we're talking about the air detector. The app worked when I first installed it, but now it just freezes and I can't use it. Or is that just Detect? I might be just Detect. I'm confused now.
If it is, just uninstall it and reinstall it, or clear your cache if you know how to do that. Keep your finger down on the app and then select options and clear cache. But not that I've heard of that problem. But that's an interesting.
That's happened to my bank account,
That's an interesting one regarding apps, because if you've got a phone with the air detector that isn't a very good phone, let's say not a Nokia, but you've got an old phone and it's slow, I wonder if the detector will be slow. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
they do slow down over a period of time, don't they? They come by the time your 18-month contract's coming up, you want to throw it at the wall.
Well, especially a certain brand that has got a court case going about it, slowing them down. So, interesting. Gareth Howard, can we see your swimming certificates as well, Adrian, for Kerry Fuller's sake? Yeah.
That's actually confused me, though. What's that about?
Because I think I said something about I'm taking Kerry swimming or something, or meeting her swimming. It's random, very random. But yeah, we'd have certificates as well, Dave. Laminated. No,
yeah. I've got to laminate it. It's more official if it's laminated anyway, isn't it?
Matte laminate. I think it's a really good idea, and I hope people get behind it. And
well, the magazine and the show, you know, it's mine and Luke's hobbies at the end of the day. It's not a business. We make no money out of it. But, you know, we like to do things for people. We like to do things that people would like to see, people would like to be a part of, people would like to read, people would like to watch. This is done for everybody. You know, let's face it, I'm missing Emmerdale by sitting here now. So, you know, I'd rather be sitting here than watching Emmerdale. This is the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine, as you can see. On the right-hand side there, the Facebook page of the Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine with 25,000 likes. We have news articles going on all day, every day. And this is nothing to do with us. This is stuff that we're sharing from other news sources. And you can go obviously on there and see everything. But unfortunately, there was a post that was shared via Facebook. And we've got a limit of what people can see at us at the moment, which is pissing me off. Excuse me. You also see the show in podcast form there on the right-hand side. So that's a player. So we've got 108 episodes on there. There's a few missing, unfortunately, but you can also see all the different articles that these are actually Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine articles that we ourselves have put together. Lots of things on there. If you want, you can download the app for free. Archaeology and Metal Detecting magazine, and you get all this on your phone. And Adrian sits on the toilet every morning as a read of all the articles and such like, don't you, Adrian?
Yep. It helps my emotions.
And this is our passion. And as well as that, Luke and I, mainly Luke, put together a free magazine. This year, I think we've got three more editions of the magazine coming out this year. I've got a load here, which I'm taking up to Detectorcon next week. So you'll be able to get a copy of our most recent magazine there. I do have to keep some back to send out to a few people. No, it's not Tony Kaywood. Emmerdale is on at 8:30 as well. It's double episode on Thursday night.
What? Double?
Emmerdale? Yeah,
7
o'clock and 8:30 or something like that. Or it's an hour long. It's either 2 episodes or an hour long on a Thursday.
Is it a soap or is it real?
Soap. Emmerdale Farm.
I don't know. Amos, Mr. Wilkes. That's the last time I watched it.
Died years ago.
I know. That's the last time I watched it.
Let me just check as well. I'm going to play, Luke, if you will, a short video to lead us up to tonight's Diggers Dips prize draw. Now, where is it? Show reels. Video playback, there it is. So basically, tonight's main prize in the prize draw via Digger Dips is a Detectorthon weekend event ticket. Ooh. And the following video will tell you all about Detectorthon. So Luke, roll VT. So I'm sharing the screen now, Adrian. How fluid was that, Luke? Then that was like awesome.
Slick. I've just had an idea.
I've just had an idea about
air detector. You know, like if you like playing car games on your phone, you can buy one of them controllers. Your phone slots in, and you can like do all that, like steering wheel, saying like Wii. With the air detector, if you can't detect, you've got no permissions. You can just put your phone on it and do Detectorcon with the air detector in your lounge, going like that. Be a very expensive add-on, but might be worth doing it. They should talk to air detectors. Someone rich somewhere will do that.
Absolutely. So, first prize this week is a Detectorcon event pass for the weekend of the 24th and the 25th of July, which normally costs £20. That'll be running over the weekend, next weekend. So if you're not at Detectorcon, you can play Detectorthon. Detectorthon. Med went there. Lots of prizes, detectors and pinpointers, etc. to be run. So tonight's first prize, as I say, Detectorthon weekend ticket. Second prize, a composite cleaning pencil from Mr. Graham Dempsey. A third prize, 5 Diggers Dips tokens. So, Adrian, between 1 and 41.
27.
2.
Oh,
it was a 2 anyway.
I never enter it because I don't think it's fair. You do, Dave.
I done it once. 24. The Butch UK. That'll be a woman, I reckon. So that's a Detectorcon weekend event ticket. Well done to you. Second, the prize being a cleaning pencil. Mr. Gaylor.
3.
2. 1.
11.
12. Oh!
Wow. Fucking succotash.
And that's Bancroft. So I presume that's Paul Bancroft, 3443. New winners tonight. These haven't won before. So congratulations. You won the cleaning pencil. Adrian, 5 Diggers Dips tokens, the third prize. Number
31.
19.
31. No, 19. Paul Hardcastle.
Oh. 37. Could be 31. You got it.
I got the button.
Not only did you get number 31, but the winner is Rob Random.
We should do that as a bonus prize.
Congratulations. The Detectorcon weekend event ticket to the Butch UK. Cleaning pencil from Paul Bancroft and 5 Diggers Dips tokens to Rob Random. You will be contacted via Diggers Dips regarding your prize, and you will be able to sort it out from there. Thank you, as ever, to Diggers Dips for running a draw and including their prizes, and also, of course, to Graham Dempsey for his also. So that was a nice one tonight.
Yeah,
prizes there.
Look at that, Dave.
What? A Reuters pen.
I received a lot of things from Reuters today, so I'll be taking them to Detectival.
How heavy was the package?
9.7 kilograms.
Wow.
And me and Mr. Kaywood got very, very excited because we thought there was something else in there, but there wasn't. But there will be a lot of there's some really Reuters. I don't know how they do it. They make they make great detectors, but there's a backpack which is like 4 foot long, but it's perfect for putting your detector in without taking
or carrying Scotty B around.
Yeah, you could put a couple of children in it.
Listen, right, hold on. Give me one of them.
In it.
Master Blaster, Scotty B on me back.
That'd be quite good. And a whip. And they also do like a tube sack, which has got loads of pockets on it. I've got a few of those. And we could possibly do some giveaways on the stand at Detectable. and I've got torches, pens, loads of things. Oh, there we go with the routers, because they are bringing out a new machine soon, and I do still love my routers. And myself, Tony Kaywood, Niall, and others are part of the routers expert team. But yeah, I've got lots of routers goodies to give away. Absolutely loads.
Brilliant. The winner of the first prize tonight, the Butch UK. I'm a little bit concerned. It's John Clayton. Very Butch.
Oh, is that his Saturday name?
So congratulations to John Clayton. So if you're not going to Detectorcon because you live all the way down south in Devon, you can play Detectathon all weekend and potentially win stuff. We don't know. We did do a router show not long ago, didn't we? So we can't do another router show soon, because what we're trying to try and do is look at. I've got Kev Whitmore lined up to do an ORX show.
I think that would be a very good one, because people who are scared of the dais, because it's. I think if you type in Google, I did this about a year ago. You type in Google, is the XP Dais good metal detector? It comes up like random Google results. It says yes, it's an excellent machine, but has lots and lots of settings for people to adjust. Ideal for professionals, and that puts some people off. Whereas the ORX is literally, Dave, turn it on and go. So it'd be good to get someone on. And there's a lot of great finds found with it, and it's not too expensive either. So. Yeah, that'd be a good one. The ORX. Be nice to know what's happening with C-Scope and the Evo. That's
yes, it would. I'll leave that in your capable hands, because obviously you communicate with Martin and other people.
Yeah, I'd be interested. Sorry,
anybody who is coming to Detectorcon or to Rodney Cook or to Detectable, there's a hell of a lot of people who watch the show and have come up and said hi to me in the past, and I'm like, I have no idea who it is. Obviously, if you look at all your little pictures on YouTube there, the pictures of metal detectors and such like, so I don't know what people look like. So please come and make yourself known and say hello and have a chat and bring cake and such like, and so I know who you are. There's one or two people at Detector, weren't they, Adrian, who come up, hey Dave, you all right? And I'm like, I don't know who you are.
Well, I knew every single one. No, yeah, you're right, Dave. And it is lovely when people come up to us.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Say, thanks for the show, and it's great and nice meeting you and all that. And can I?
Someone actually said, "Can I do a selfie with you?" I went, "What for?" He went, "Oh, because you do the big detecting show." I went, "Yeah, and what do you want me selfie for?" Because we watched the show. What do you want me selfie for?
Yeah, no, it's very nice, but it is awkward when you see people's. It's like CB radio, isn't it? No one uses their real names.
Yeah.
So you've got like Mud Monster, and you expect some bloke sort of with a beard about 20 stone, and it's someone who's 17. Because
Pomsy Metal Detecting at the Detectable. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm Pomsy Metal Detecting." I'm like, I honestly thought you'd be Australian, mate. He wasn't.
But there was like that young boy who was with Niall and Luke, wasn't there?
Oh yeah, lovely
16, 17.
Yeah,
he was like lovely lad, and he was well into his metal detecting. And there were a fair few amount of youngsters, and not sounding sexist, women as well, which sadly
that sounded dead sexist, then, mate.
No, well, 10 years ago it wasn't a hobby, but things have evolved, fortunately, and there was all kinds of people there and stuff. So yeah, it was nice. But yeah, people should come up to us and maybe we could have some.
We could have a meet and greet session. Now, shut up.
Autographs.
Eagle Eye DJ said he might have a shrine for me. Yeah, they burnt it ages ago.
He's only chuffed. He's on the front cover of look at him, Mincer. I took that at Detectable. Blinking girl. He got people. He autographed some copies of Treasure Hunting at the 2019 Detectable for some Polish people because he was on the front cover.
We made Gary Cook. We forced Gary Cook to the Archaeology Metal Detecting magazine we did for Rodney Cook Memorial in 2019. We made him autograph a load. Well, I want to do that for. Just do it, Gary. Look, now you can get your autograph copy of the magazine
and sell it then. Yeah, mustn't forget Rodney Cook Memorial coming up in September.
Do you know what, Adrian? I was on the phone to Luke this afternoon, and I said, "Yeah, 6 weeks a lot." Oh, it is, isn't it? Because
49 days.
All right, 7 weeks.
Yeah.
It's not very far off, isn't it? And that means Detectables 8 weeks away.
It's coming. It's all coming soon. So
me and Mr. Higgins need to knuckle down and do some work. I think get the magazine together. Look, are you gonna put an article in, Adrian, of some variety, even if it's a short piece? Yes, you are. Thanks.
Yeah, I was going to do one on the proportional representation.
Of?
No, it's a type of voting system. Different, commonly used in Europe. There's 41 different types. So I'm not, but I always use that when I'm talking to someone I've never met in a pub. Yeah, it's really boring and complicated. Yeah, I'll put an article in. I've actually I've got something in mind, so I'll put an article in. Yeah.
Is it about cake or Hobbs?
Oh, cake or what?
Hobbs.
Oh, Hobbs. No. It'll be a metal detecting. It'll be metal detecting based, obviously, not archaeological.
Big detecting show, the biggest discussion in metal detecting. It is. We'll talk about anything, anytime, any place, anywhere. And also, ladies and gentlemen, any of you wishing to come on the show, please give us a shout. We've said it before. We'll say it again. You're more than welcome to come on the show. I said it a couple of weeks ago, and Shane Holdcroft said, yeah, I'd love to. Tony Kaywood's acted as a
agent.
I forgot the word. Agent for a few people. Last week's show, we had Gareth Millwood on from the Dukes of Derbyshire Metal Detecting. So if you want to come down, discuss come on, discuss your YouTube channel. Jason Jones, we'd like you to come. Obviously, had to cancel a while ago. We'd love you to come on.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to come on, you're more than welcome. As anybody will tell you who's been on the show before, it's just like having a chat. You don't realise you switch off from the comments. It's just a chat and shit, innit? Really, Adrian?
Yeah. Sit here in your pants like I am. Beer. It's like being down a virtual pub.
I'm definitely back on the green screen next week as well. This XSplit VCam isn't the best.
It looks like you've got hair coming out your shirt. But I'm interested in people, anyone who'd want a specific YouTuber on, or someone in the world of metal detecting,
or a specific product. If you want us to discuss a specific product, if we can, we will. If you'd like us to discuss, I don't know, a Minelab Xterra 705, we will try and find people who actually use a Minelab, that one, Xterra 705. My favourite machine I've ever had up to now, Adrian. I wish I hadn't got rid of it. And we'll discuss that because, Adrian's more than capable and knows most machines, where I'll just throw random crap in.
No, a bit of random machines. I don't know. I've got some stuff coming, or I've got it. Specialist metal detecting gear from a company who specialise on it in Germany, which I'll bring on the show next week. Actually, some like the camo jackets or the jackets. What are they called? Combat jackets.
Camo jackets.
Yeah, I wear one, but they've got a special one that you can connect to your detector, which loads of people have brought out in the past, but this is German, so it fucks. And there's also a little brush and a knife and a cleaning thing and stuff like that, and bags, but they're available from a UK distributor soon. But yeah, little things like that.
Tony Kaywood says, German specialist gear, is it rubber by any chance?
No.
And Mr. Terrell, thank you. I hate to keep asking, but you've reminded yourself. Thank you very much. Could Mr. Kipling come on and discuss cakes? That'd be fantastic. Mind you, Mr. Kipling cake, they're not all out. I prefer an actual cake. I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, next week's guest is Ken King, coming live from the USA. And he is the presenter of Relic's radio show in the USA. So it'll be a nice chat with him. We have, again, we've got another guest I emailed tonight. Sadly, my Arkham DMAG email account is being a bell end. So my back response to him has not come off, but we've got another guest coming on, coming back onto the show. And I need to obviously speak to Mark Ollie again because you're desperate to speak to him, aren't you?
Me?
Archaeologist. The one who was on just before Christmas.
Yeah.
So I'll have to speak to Mark, get him back on as well. Anyway, I think that's... is there anything else we forgot, Adrian?
Weather? Oh, yeah, we've done the weather.
We have.
No, that's it, I think. Good luck, anyone who's going out this weekend. Hopefully it's not too hot. Well, it is going to be hot in the south.
Good luck to me, because I don't get out very often, and obviously I can't thank Shane enough for inviting me.
Are you going to film it a bit, Dave? Just a little bit of it?
I hate filming, but I'll try.
I know, go on.
If not, be honest, Shane's got a YouTube channel himself, the Staffordshire Searcher, so he'll more than likely end up trying to film me and do that. I'll just become abusive. And he said he is bringing cake, so might have actually found my new best mate.
So we'll see him detecting, digging up finds, and then he'll zoom in to like a shadowy area in the shade where you're laying there eating cake.
Or he'll be zooming into the hole, and it'll be like, so you think it's really good find, and it'll be a Mr. Kipling pie thing, oil, and I've actually dropped it previously.
Frey Bentos.
Oh, mate, I love that.
You talk about Mr. Kipling, Eagle Eye DJ, who I detect with. We've got a permission near us, and it's a horse paddock. It's quite a big area, and we reckon there was some really fat kid in the 80s who stole Mr. Kipling cakes, because I have never found so many silver foil cake wrappers in my life.
Mate, sorry. It was just one summer that I came down. Sorry.
That's what it looks like. It looks like he's nicked like 20 boxes and eaten them all in a weekend. They are everywhere, all about an inch or two down. It's just silver cake wrappers absolutely everywhere. And it's in the middle of nowhere as well. And they're randomly dotted. It could have been somebody who's done it to stop someone detecting, but oh my God.
Eagle Eye DJ says, I'll be sat reading a copy of Oven Hob Rings Weekly.
My Ring Weekly.
New website there. Oven Hob Rings
MyRing.com.
My Ring. Right, Adrian, have a great week. I'll obviously speak to you, no doubt, within the next couple of days. Thanks to Luke as ever.
Thanks, Luke.
He's just a genius when it comes to doing this now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's clever. And
thank you. It wouldn't be the show if you didn't tune in and watch. So thank you, one and all. I would appreciate it if you pimped it a little bit. Tell some of your metal detecting friends that the show exists, that they can come on as a guest if you want and watch, because sometimes Adrian talks sense and I go off screen for a bit. So give us a shout. We'd love that. So don't drink much.
No, I've got better since we stopped mentioning the app.
Yes, I've noticed your sobriety. Right, let's go then. Good night, everybody.
Night, everyone.
Thanks, Luke.
Bye. Cheers, Luke.
A spade. Well, that's what I thought until I used this thing. This is the Migrafter. I keep thinking it says Megagrafter, but it doesn't. Graft isn't kind of like a old English terminology for work, if you didn't know that, if you're from another part of the world and didn't kind of like know what that meant. Graft equals work. So this basically means my worker. This is your worker. This was created by a man called Paul, who's a Yorkshireman who suffered a back injury, unfortunately, and couldn't find a spade that fit his needs. So he went about designing this thing which fit his needs and also fit my needs. I didn't know that this was going to fit my needs, but it does. Pointers, right? You don't think that you need a pointer when you're metal detecting. You just don't. You think, I'm going to dig holes and then I'm going to find the thing. My metal detector will do that for me. And then you somehow get hold of a pointer, or you use a pointer, and after about 5 times you're kind of you know, you're proficient in using the pointer. But if you stop using a pointer from that point on, you really notice not having a pointer, right? It's something that happens to all of us, I'd say, after about 5 hunts. It's the same with this thing here. I didn't know I needed it until I had it. I can't imagine using any other spade. In fact, I really don't want to use any other spade from this point on. This is perfection. And there's a kind of like a philosophy that surrounds this as well, which has got nothing to do with Paul. It's more to do with how I perceive this spade. We'll talk about the spade in a second, what I like about it, but I just want to quickly mention that this is created by a one-man team in a shed in Yorkshire. This guy created something that he felt suited his needs and would, like, you know, and suit other people's needs. He firmly believed in his idea and went ahead and did it. And I think in this day and age that should be applauded, especially in this day and age where you know, Britain, Australia, Canada, America, loads of European countries, Germany, you know, the Dutch are trying to pull back industry and integrity and ingenuity in their industries, trying to alleviate the copy and paste products that we and component parts that we outsource to China. This is made by a one-man team, and I think that should be applauded. Now, all of my family are from up north, from where Paul hails, up in Yorkshire. I'm a Yorkshireman by proxy, actually. My granddad, after World War II, come down south. He's a Yorkshireman. Well, he was a Yorkshireman. Come down south, and my dad just decided to stay down south. So literally, all of my clan are Northerners, and I'm literally the only one left down here now in the south. And I understand and appreciate the work ethic and the ethics of that part of the world, and that kind of soul almost seeps into this product as far as I'm concerned. It's ridiculously hard, but the engineering on it is perfect. That's probably what I'm trying to say in a nutshell here. See, now this is carbon fibre. The stem itself is carbon fibre, and it's telescopic, like so. I'm 6 foot tall on the dot, and if I push it to its highest, like this is like how Millie likes his spades, because he doesn't have to bend so much. So at its highest peak, at its highest point there, it comes up to my belly button on the 6 foot tall. So there's no, I don't know if you can see, but there's no real kind of needing to bend over and put my back into it too much. And because of the carbon fibre, it is ridiculously light. It's just so light. It's like a feather. It's so strange, because you feel like when you're digging in, you feel like you're going to bend it and it's going to snap. If you're in really hard ground, you're going to bend it, it's going to snap. But it just doesn't. This stuff is so tough. It just doesn't break. Just doesn't break. So this is obviously painted. It's a stainless steel, I believe. What I'd really like, I had to take out a small tree, a friend's small tree, and I love these serrated edges here, so I could be able to cut through the roots and then dig, and then cut through the root and dig. Now, if you are interested in woods metal detecting, then that's going to be perfect for you. One thing I don't appreciate about woods metal detecting is roots. This solves that. Cut, dig, cut, dig. It has these stands. Some people don't appreciate the stands. I really appreciate the stands. If you look at the bend of that as well, if you don't have that bend and you have stands, you do have a chance of kind of like slipping and injuring yourself. What I most appreciate about these, it's got these like tough Velcro bits here, but also if you use a conventional spade that you buy from a garden centre, for example, the corners of those spades they tend to be quite sharp. So I've lost about 3 or 4 pairs of boots just by constantly digging down and the corners digging up into my boot. That's not going to happen here. And it's just going back to like the engineering of it as well. It's very strange, because you put your foot down like that and it's just, I don't put any effort into the blooming thing. It digs itself almost. It's a very, very strange experience for a spade. But going down to its shortest, it goes down to, I would say, again, I'm 6 foot, so it just goes up above my crown jewels. All right, so it's just above there. And of course, you can split this into 2 parts if you are on the move. Let's just quickly do that. There you go. just like that. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I can show you videos of me digging with it, but I'm digging. You can't really get that.